Hello and welcome to Easy Food Dehydrating's video newsletters. Hi, today's topic is electric dehydrator accessories and tips to make your own by Susan Gast. In a previous video newsletter about dehydrator pros and cons, I promised to go over some of the electric dehydrator accessories for the Nesco and Excalibur dehydrator brands. Now both of these dehydrators have special non-stick sheets available that you simply slip onto your trays like an insert. But first I'll tackle the Nesco solid sheets and then their mesh sheets and what they are and why you should consider using them. The cleaner screen inserts are a real time saver in the cleanup department. I pretty much use them all the time. These mesh sheets are not solid, they are mesh patterns so the air can circulate. You see, the sugars from the fruits turn sticky and remain on the sheets as designed, but they also help prevent your food from falling down into the tray below. You see that foods shrink as they dehydrate, especially little pieces like sliced celery. The solid sheets are fantastic for fruit roll-ups, which are also known as fruit leathers. But you really have no choice but to use a solid sheet because of the runny nature of the fruit makes for the fruit leathers after blending. The solid sheets are also great for tomato leathers or tomato leathers depending where you're from, which can later have water added to make a tomato sauce. The Nesco Food Dehydrator has many accessories available, so check them out online at Amazon or eBay for great buys. The sheets are usually sold as a 2-pack and they are reasonably priced. Please make sure that you are purchasing the correct size diameter wise for your round dehydrators and trays. Make sure that they are for your particular model. Nesco offer extra stackable trays too, so you can add to your starter model along with the jerky gun kit. As to how many trays to stack safely, well, I wouldn't go over 8 or 9 really, because you'll lose the effectiveness of the heat and your foods will take longer to dry and will not dehydrate at the proper rate. Over time you might discover that your sheets stain a little from the beta-carotene from carrots for instance, or the dark juices from the dark berries. Well, I have this suggestion for the foods that do stain. Just keep a few of those sheets aside and use those specifically for when you are dehydrating what I call the stainers. Okay, now it's time for the Excalibur dehydrators. Yes, they also have the same kind of sheets, but obviously for the Square brand they are square sheets. Their brand is called Paraflex, and they designate them as non-stick drying sheets for making fruit roll-ups too. And Excalibur also offer jerky supplies and spices. Again, check out eBay and Amazon for best price comparisons. Here are some money-saving accessory substitutes for you. If you don't want to spend money on solid sheets for either dehydrator, then just take a look at these photos where I have used cling film, like saran wrap, to make a solid sheet for fruit roll-ups. On the Nesco dehydrators, please always cut out the center hole, so puncture a hole in the film so that the air can circulate properly. Don't leave the centers of the trays covered. Nesco dehydrators have their air circulating fans in the top of the lid, and the air needs to be able to travel up and down. But on the Excalibur brands, the fan is rear mounted, so the air flows sideways and you don't need to worry as much about the trays having solid sheets on them. Take a look at this photo that shows a sheet made out of parchment paper. They're great for sticky items, but don't forget to cut out the center hole too for air circulation on the Nesco. Just draw around the edge of the tray with a pencil, trim generously on the inside of the line, fold the paper over twice and cut off the center in an arc to mimic a quarter circle. That's it. To be honest, I'd rather purchase the proper parts. This way, I'm not continually throwing away plastic cling wrap and parchment paper after each use and spending lots of time making the sheets. You need to ask yourself, how much is your time worth? Honestly, the initial investment is soon recouped. I'm looking forward to telling you much more about food dehydrating and sharing tips and tricks on safe food dehydrating that I've learned along the way. Also, you'll learn about storing your food safely for long-term food storage. So please join me here again at Easy Food Dehydrating video newsletters. Bye for now.